We're just beginning today in a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall through the crown of your head. Your hip bones rooted into the earth. Just beginning to notice your breath. Noticing any sensations in the body. Noticing the temperature of the body. Allowing the breathing to slow just a bit. Beginning to breathe deep into the lower belly. Filling the lungs completely. And as you exhale, just gently relaxing the shoulders down the spine. Just breathing here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Making each breath a little bit deeper than the one before. Really feeling the belly rise with each inhale, maybe even placing a hand on your lower belly. And exhaling fully and completely, taking belly button to spine. Beginning to make your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhales. Maybe counting, inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for a count of 5 or 6. Inhaling deep into the belly for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling fully for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting internally to yourself. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the belly rise with each inhale. Noticing any thoughts as they may come, and just letting them pass like clouds in the sky. The thoughts will continue to come, just let them go. If you would like to set an intention for this practice, do so now. Maybe there's a special point in your life you'd like to work on. Or maybe you would like to just set the intention on how you can be your best self. You can carry that thought throughout your practice today. What can I do to be my best self? When you're ready, we'll drop the counting and let the breath come back to its natural rhythm. Maintaining your deep inhales and complete and full exhales. We'll slowly open the eyes and bring the hands clasped in front of you. As you inhale, we're going to inhale the arms up to the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to push the earth away, really rounding through the back. Inhaling to take the arms overhead, stretching through the palms, and exhaling to lower the arms back down to the earth. Inhaling, we'll clasp the hands, bring the hands up to the chest. Exhaling, we'll push the air away, rounding through the back. Inhaling, we'll reach up to the sky. And exhaling, we'll drop the arms. Just repeating this pattern with your breath. Inhaling. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. Inhaling. And exhaling the arms to the earth. Tying each breath with each movement. Going as fast or as slow as you would like, just staying with your breath. We'll do 2 more rounds. And then just resting the arms by the sides. Taking a moment here and noticing your arms, noticing your breath. Has the breathing slowed from when you entered class? If it hasn't, that's fine. Just noticing the breath. Bringing your attention back to your breath. And when you're ready, we'll drop our right hand down to the mat and take the left arm overhead, gazing at the left fingertips. Maybe walking the right fingertips out just a bit and bending through the elbow, really stretching from fingertips to hip bone. Staying open through the chest, pulling that left shoulder back. Breathing here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Still keeping that deep belly breath, feeling the belly rise completely with each inhale. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly rise up, taking fingertips tall to the sky, taking a full breath here, inhaling deep into the belly and exhaling fully. We'll inhale one more time, reaching fingertips tall towards the sky and drop the left hand as we exhale down to the mat. Taking right arm overhead, we'll stretch from hips to fingertips. Gazing at your right fingertips and pulling that right shoulder back just a bit, staying open through the chest. We'll inhale to take fingertips high to sky, and as we exhale, we'll hinge from the hips, leaning forward with a flat back, letting the hands fall where they fall. And when you find the stretch, gently relaxing through the head and neck. Maybe walking the fingertips out just a bit more. Folding a bit further with each exhale. Breathing here in your fold. Maybe bringing your attention back to the intention that you set for this class. Maybe you can find one thing to change every day to be better to yourself, or to your friends and family, or to the world. Just find that one thing that you could do. On your next inhale, we'll slowly walk our hands back towards our hips. We'll inhale to take the arms to the side and raise the fingertips high to sky. And then exhale to place the arms down by our sides. We'll reverse the cross of our legs, taking whichever one was on top on bottom. We'll inhale the fingertips tall towards sky, and as we exhale, we'll fold from the hip once more, bringing fingertips to earth, letting them fall where they fall. And when you find the stretch, once again, relaxing through the head and neck, and breathing here. Breathing deep into the lower belly. Exhaling fully. Maybe finding a little bit more space on the exhale. Noticing if this side has a different stretch than the other side. Not placing judgment, just noticing. Each side of the body is different. On your next inhale, we'll slowly walk the fingertips back towards the hips. We'll sit up tall and take the fingertips to sky as we inhale, and exhale the arms down by the sides. Taking one more inhale here, inhaling fingertips tall to sky and exhaling arms to the sides. We'll take the legs straight out in front of us. And we'll hug our right knee into our chest. Staying here or crossing the right knee over the left leg. We'll sit up tall through the crown of the head, and we'll wrap our left arm around our right knee, taking our right arm behind us, twisting from the lower spine, the ribs, and last to gaze over the right shoulder. Inhaling tall through the crown of the head and exhaling into the twist. Inhaling to come back through center. We'll take the right leg long to meet the left and bring the left leg into the chest, keeping it on the left side of the knee. or crossing it over the right leg. We'll wrap the right arm around the left leg and take the left arm behind us, twisting from the lower spine, the ribs, and gazing over the left shoulder last, sitting up tall through the crown of your head, and exhaling into the twist. Breathing here. If the mind starts to wander, just drawing the attention back to your breath or back to the intention that you set for the class. On your next inhale, we'll slowly come back through center, taking both legs long on the mat. We'll inhale the fingertips tall to sky, and as we exhale, we'll fold from the hips, letting the hands fall where they fall, keeping a flat back, and then relaxing through the head and neck. Breathing here in your forward fold. Maybe walking the fingertips forward just a bit on the exhale, finding those small amounts of space within the body with each breath. We'll slowly rise up when you're ready. We'll inhale the fingertips tall to sky and exhale the arms down by the sides. Bringing the feet into touch, we'll take the knees out wide. Maybe placing the knees, a block underneath the knees on each side, or bringing the knees down to the earth. Staying wherever you are today. Maybe opening the feet with your thumbs like a book and giving yourself a gentle foot massage. Bringing your thumbs into the arches, into the pads of the toes. Really showing your feet some love for supporting you each and every day. We'll sit up tall through the crown of our head. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward from the hips, keeping a flat back. Maybe bringing each elbow into the shin, gently urging the knees towards the earth as we fold a little further on the exhale. Using your breath to find that space in the body. Tying each movement to a breath. When you're ready, we'll gently begin to rise up. We'll cross the feet at the ankles and we'll roll over to tabletop. Moving any props or any blankets out of the way, or placing the blanket underneath your knees. Knees are usually 2 fist widths apart. Your hands are underneath, or your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your hands are pointed straight ahead on your mat. Get long from tailbone to the crown of your head. And as we inhale, we'll drop the belly and we'll gaze up towards sky. And we'll exhale to arch through the back, pushing the earth away, bringing belly button to spine. Inhaling to drop the belly for cow, gazing up towards the sky. And exhaling to arch through the back for cat. Inhaling for cow. And exhaling for cat. Taking a few of these at your own pace, with your own breath going as fast or as slow as you would like. You can exaggerate the movements here if you would like, really pulling the chest through, rocking forward on the wrists, or maybe sending hips to heels as you exhale, arching through that back. Inhaling the chest through, and exhaling to really push the earth away. Taking any modification or movement that your body's calling for today. Maybe gazing at your right hip and then your left, stretching through the sides of the ribs. Pausing anywhere where you'd like a few extra breaths. And when you're ready, we'll take the knees wide and the toes to touch and send hips to heels and fingertips out long for child's pose. Bringing your chest, chin, or forehead to the mat or to a block. Taking whatever variation works for you today. Inhaling deep into the belly and exhaling belly button to spine. Coming back to your breath. Coming back to your intention. In what ways can you release old habits and old ideas in order to create a better you in this new world? On our next inhale, we'll slowly begin to rise back up to tabletop, bringing wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. We'll tuck our toes and we'll send our hips high to sky for downward dog. Keeping your fingers pointed straight ahead, maybe placing a slight bend in the elbows so you're not hyperextending. Placing a bend in the knees, sending the hips a little higher to sky, and gazing at your thighs or belly button. Breathing here, deep into the belly, exhaling fully. Broadening through the shoulder blades. Maybe using your Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly begin to walk our hands back towards our feet, hanging in forward fold. Maybe bringing your hands to your shins or a block. Breathing into this forward fold, folding from your hips. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here and swaying from side to side. We'll slowly release the elbows and begin to rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. With the head and neck the last to come up, we'll inhale the arms tall to sky and exhale the hands down by the sides. Inhaling arms to sky once more, and exhaling we'll bring hands to chest. Standing here, breathing, rooting all four corners of both feet into the mat. Maybe gently tucking your tailbone. Pulling in with your thighs and up with your kneecaps, we'll bring our hands down by the sides, fingers spread wide, like you could shoot lightning bolts into the earth. We'll put a gentle tuck in our chin towards our chest, standing tall through the crown of our head. And maybe closing our eyes here for our mountain pose. Finding that deep belly breath, feeling strong. Taking 2 more deep breaths here, the deepest breaths you've taken all day. We'll release this pose, and we'll step our left foot forward, bending into the left knee, keeping hips like headlights facing forward, bringing the right foot to a 45-degree angle. We'll inhale the arms tall to sky for warrior one, bringing the shoulder blades down the spine, maybe bending into that left knee just a bit more, and breathing here. We'll bring our arms down in front of us, parallel to the floor. And as we inhale, we'll open up through the spine, opening through the chest, and exhaling, we'll round. Inhaling to open, and exhaling to round. Just taking a few breaths here at your own pace, breathing deep into the belly and exhaling fully. Really stretching between the shoulder blades, and then pushing the shoulder blades almost as though they could touch. Taking 2 more breaths here. And we'll raise the arms back to warrior one. We'll exhale the hands through heart center and open up to warrior two. Bringing hands shoulder height, keeping the left heel in line with the arch of the right foot and gazing over left fingertips. Again, trying to get those shoulder blades almost as though they could touch, really opening up through the front of the chest. We'll flip our front palm and send it overhead, taking the right arm down the right leg. And coming back to warrior two. We'll inhale the right leg up to meet the left, taking arms to sky, and exhaling hands to heart center. Inhaling the arms tall to the sky. We'll swan dive the arms forward as we fold from the hips, bringing the hands to the earth, or maybe a block. Folding here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows again if you'd like. Taking any variation that your body's calling for today. Breathing here. We'll slowly let the hands go to the earth and rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. With the head and neck the last to come up. We'll inhale the arms tall to sky and exhale the hands down to the chest. We'll step our left foot back this time at a 45-degree angle, bending into that right knee, keeping hips facing forward like headlights. We'll inhale the arms tall to sky for warrior one. Breathing deep into the lower belly, exhaling completely. We'll bring the arms out in front of us, parallel to the floor. And as we inhale, we'll open through the chest, and exhaling, we'll round through the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Broadening through the chest and opening, really rounding through the upper spine. Taking 2 more of these breaths. And we'll meet in warrior one. Exhaling, hands through heart center. We'll open up to warrior two. Bringing right heel in line with the arch of the left foot. Gazing over the right fingertips. Again, trying to get those shoulder blades almost to touch, opening through the chest. We'll reverse our front palm and send it overhead for reversed warrior. And coming back to warrior two. We'll step the left foot up to meet the right, taking arms to sky, and exhaling, hands to heart center. Taking a moment here, maybe closing the eyes, noticing your breath, noticing any thoughts that may have come, just letting them pass. And taking a moment here, we'll just come into our tree sequence. So we're going to find balance on our right foot. We're going to take our left heel into our right shin, leaving our left toes on the mat. You can leave your hands here, you can take them out to the side, whatever you would like. And then we'll slowly begin to walk our left foot up our right leg. Breathing here and staying here. Or if you would like, we can grow our trees. Inhaling our branches long, maybe swaying in the breeze just a bit. Finding that balance, finding that drishti or focal point about 6 feet in front of you. Focusing only on that. Focusing on your breath and that spot. When you're ready, we'll bring our hands through heart center and drop our leg. And we'll shake it out. We'll plant our left foot into the mat, bringing our right heel into our left shin, finding our drishti, finding our balance. Maybe taking a deep breath and slowly beginning to walk that right foot up your left leg, maybe coming to the shin, maybe coming to the thigh. Staying wherever you are today. And when you're ready, growing your limbs and swaying in the breeze. Beautiful trees always blow in the wind. And when you're ready, we'll drop the right leg back down to the mat and shake it out. We'll inhale the arms tall to sky, and as we exhale, we'll fold from the hips, bringing the hands to the earth, to your shins or to a block. Breathing deep into the belly and exhaling completely. And when you're ready, we'll slowly bring our hands to the mat, and bending into the knees, we'll come back down to the earth in tabletop. Finding your stable tabletop. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Lengthening long from hips to crown of head. We'll inhale the right arm high to sky. And as we exhale, we'll duck it under our left armpit. Inhaling the right arm high and exhaling it down. Inhaling, opening through the chest and exhaling underneath. Inhaling tall. And on this exhale, we'll drop the right shoulder down to the mat, bringing your head down to the earth, your hand in front of your face. Breathing here, stretching through that back, through the shoulder. Inhaling, we'll bring the weight into our left hand, taking the right arm high to sky once more. and bringing the right hand back to the earth. Setting up for the other side. We'll inhale the left arm high to sky, exhaling it underneath the right. Inhaling high to sky and exhaling underneath the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, and as we exhale this time, we'll bring that left shoulder down to the earth. Bringing the right hand in front of your face. Breathing here, deep into the lower belly, exhaling fully. On your next inhale, we'll bring our weight into our right hand, taking the left arm high to sky once more, and then bringing it back down to the earth in tabletop. From here, we'll find our tabletop with our wrists underneath our shoulders and knees underneath our hips. And we'll begin to walk our hands out just a bit. And maybe bringing our head down to the earth for puppy. Maybe bringing your chest down to the earth. Taking whatever variation. Maybe bringing your forehead to a block. Just stretching through the upper spine. Leaving your hips high to sky. Maybe walking your fingertips out as you exhale. And when you're ready, we'll slowly begin to rise back up to tabletop. We'll keep our block handy or any prop that you may have, a blanket or whatever, but move it off to the side. We'll cross our feet at our ankles and we'll roll over to a seat. Bringing the soles of your feet to the mat in front of you. We'll bring our arms out to the sides. Sitting up tall through the crown of the head, moving the shoulder blades down the spine. We'll sit back just a bit, engaging that lower belly. Breathing here, maybe sitting back just a bit more. And then lowering down to the earth. Allowing your spine to sink down into the mat. Begin to scoot your heels a little closer to your hips, taking your hands down by the sides. Shoulder blades go down the spine, and your chin gently tucks into your chest. Breathing here as we inhale, we'll lift the hands and the hips off of the mat, bringing the hands behind us. And as we exhale, we'll lower hands and hips back to the mat. Inhaling deep into the belly and exhaling fully. Really pulling in with the thighs and up with the hips. going as fast or as slow as you would like. Maybe pausing at the top, breathing here, and then lowering down with an exhale when you're ready. On your next exhale, we'll lower the spine vertebrae by vertebrae back to the mat. We'll bring our knees into our chest and rock from side to side. Taking the arms out wide to a T, we'll take the knees over to the left, gazing over our right fingertips. Inhaling tall from your hip to the crown of your head, and exhaling into the twist. Noticing your breath in this pose. Maybe straightening through the top leg if you like. Bending back into the top leg, but staying in the twist for another few breaths. And bringing the knees back through center. We'll take the knees over to the right, gazing over left fingertips. Inhaling long from your hip to your crown of your head, and exhaling into the twist. Straightening through the top leg if you like. Bending back into the top leg and staying here for another few breaths. And bringing the knees back through center when you're ready. Giving yourself a hug and rocking from side to side. We'll gently lower the feet down to the mat, Bringing heels mats width apart and your hands down by your sides, beginning to prepare for your final resting pose of Shavasana. Relaxing through the feet, allowing the hips to sink down into the mat. Relaxing through the shoulder blades, feeling the arms become heavy, and the backs of the hands sink down further into the earth. And relaxing here in your gentle yogic sleep of Shavasana. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you would like, but I'd like to leave you with a quote today. Every time you are tempted to react in the same old way, ask if you want to be a prisoner of the past or a pioneer of the future. By Deepak Chopra. Thank you for joining me today.